Okay, we are back. We are back in Middle Earth. We are back with Garylad here at Kendaith's campsite, his campsite fire, his trusty steed, my, well, trusty friend, or my trusty Lily, the Bog Guardian. Very rudely positioned, by the way. And we are continuing on, heading west ever so slowly, or east, pardon, ever so slowly. I'm hoping we can get to. Well, we're going this way, towards whatever the outskirts of Minas Ariel. That's our plan today, anyway. I don't know how far we'll go. I'm worried that we're going to spend most of our time tonight mining because we are hurting for prospector experience. We have a lot we still need. I mean, look at this. 9 pieces, 3 pieces. Yeah, that's not going to get us anywhere. So, anyway, yeah, we're back. Today is Friday, January the 27th of 2016. Now, I usually don't give the date. The reason I'm doing that this time is for, I have a good reason for it. Today we got the announcement for the 2017 plans for LOTRO. And I wanted to comment a little bit on what I think about them. We don't have a lot of details at this point. We basically have a producer's letter. I think this is our first producer's letter from the Standing Stone Games folks proper. I don't think we've had one that was just an official one yet, about at least about content since the Standing Stone Games became a thing. So yeah, we are looking at for 2017. I'm actually going to go ahead and head. We're heading to Forsaken Inn, so let's go ahead and go. What do you think, Lily? We can multitask. So basically, for 2017, we're looking at what looks to me to be the end. Well, not the end of the story from the books. I want to say the end of the book's narrative, at least as far as Mordor is concerned. It looks like Sauron will be dead by the end of this year, put it that way. That's what I gathered from reading the producer's letter. Now, I don't know how true that is. I could be wrong. But it looks like, yeah, we're hitting the Black Gate. Okay. Oh, look at this. What am I doing? Maybe I shouldn't be multitasking. Or is priority 1? Alright. It looks like for this year, we're going to the Black Gate. And we're actually going to be defeating Sauron before we explore the rest of Mordor. That's the impression I get from the producer's letter. If anyone else has read it and is getting a different impression, by all means, I would love to hear it. But yeah, that's what I'm getting, and I'm surprised. I'll put it that way. I'm surprised that we're going to go that route to Mordor. I really expected to take a detour. As I've said before, I was hoping we would be taking a detour, going up this, following the hobbits, encountering Shelob and all that, and sort of going in to Mordor. And I know that's less lore friendly than what they're probably going to give us, but that's the impression that I got. But no, it looks like we're going straight through the front door with Aragorn, participating in, I guess, the last battle. And then once Sauron is defeated, we'll have, I guess, we'll be cleaning up the, sort of cleaning up the scraps, picking up the pieces. I'm thinking what would be cool is if they sort of let ours, make it a more personal thing. Our story has always been more about Mordorith, I think is how you pronounce his name, than it has been about Sauron, right? We've been fighting this enemy, spoiler alert, by the way. We've been fighting this one enemy ever since we got to Angmar, really. And we thought we had defeated him, he's back. I would love to see that storyline continue past the, the, defeat of Sauron, and at least have another climax. But, yeah, that's the impression that I got. I'm surprised. I'll put it that way. I'm surprised that we're going to go that route to Mordor. I really expected to go that route. And, like I said, we're going to be taking a detour, going up this, following the hobbits, encountering Shelob and all that, and sort of going in to Mordor. And I know that's less lore friendly than what they're probably going to give us, but that's the impression that I got. I would like to have another narrative climax after we've explored Mordor and really dug our way through it. And, it just has a better climax feel to it, in my opinion. But I'm certainly not unhappy. I think ending the story, defeating Sauron at at the 10-year anniversary, not necessarily on the anniversary, obviously, but the year of the 10-year anniversary of this game, I think is it's a really good idea, in my opinion. It's a beautiful finish to the story, and it'll be emotional for people like me who've been playing for 10 years basically. But I'm very happy. I was very happy with. High elves. Okay, so we're getting a new playable race, the high elves, which are basically just I don't honestly I don't know that much about the difference between high elves and regular elves. I know that high elves is a sort of layman's term for it, but I know there's a lot of kind of uproar about it, but I feel like there's an uproar no matter what happens. There was an uproar over really going all the way back to the Runekeeper, in my opinion. There's always been people who've been bothered by the unlore friendliness of what they add, and people kind of more or less get over it. I mean, really, when you think about it, ever since the lore master, as in yours truly, it's been pretty, we've been stretching it. So I'm not really bothered too much by it. But yeah, that's the plan. We are moving into Mordor before the end of this year, and it'll be interesting to look back and compare my concerns and my, the things I'm looking forward to the reality. But anyway, all of that for Garrelad is, way off in the future. Garrelad, at this point, has no idea that Mordor is even a concern. At least not as far as he personally is concerned. Right now, I think if I had to pinpoint Garrelad's personal motivation, if there was a sort of RP element to it beyond, what the in-game narrative is sort of gearing us towards, is a concern to protect Rivendell, his sort of homeland. Of course, the further east he goes along this particular road, the closer he gets to home, and the more concerned he would be, one would assume anyway, that the enemy is getting closer to his own doorstep. So that's what I like to think. He really doesn't know too much about what's going on with certainly doesn't know what's going on with the One Ring. Though he has obviously been recruited to at least begin to deal with a small part of the Angmar problem. But again, that's far from... Oh! Silent yellow thing. Increase your gold cap. I forgot all about that. That's going to be an issue again. So what we're doing right now is we're actually going to talk to Mr. Muntz, the Iglane in the Forsaken Inn, sort of get an idea of what's going on with them. Although we've already, of course, familiarized ourselves with him personally, and a little bit with the plight of his people. Lily, what? You're just moseying on over, aren't you? Take your sweet time, I suppose. I imagine a creature like Lily would be sort of bothered by how dry it is out here. It seems like she would prefer a more marshy environment. Never fear, Lily, we will be there soon enough. Thank God, silver. Ore is scarce in this place. Which is surprising, by the way. I expected the Lone Lands to be way more overgrown with ore nodes. I mean, for Christ's sake, it's the Lone Lands. There's nobody out here to pick it off. I guess it's the Eglain. I guess they're sort of, maybe they're specializing in harvesting all the ore for their own purposes, which is fair. It's their homeland after all. I wouldn't want them mining in Rivendell. Stay out of the way, Lily. Do we need to? Yes, we do. Oh my goodness. Inventory. Alright. Wow. I think before my next session, I'll probably have that gold cap removed. Let's put that on real quick. Eat some eggs. Finally get rid of these. I don't have a key. Oh. Well. Excuse me.
Woe to me.
Candace is a good man who has taken a chance by giving us his word that you can be trusted. For his sake, and our continued friendship with him, I hope that you are worth the risk. We are a simple people who wish to remain apart from society, but there are efforts that all must undertake to survive, and we will ask you for assistance to prove that you are worthy. Look a gift horse in the mouth, why don't you?
I'm sorry, did you need something?
You have toiled long, and we are grateful for all you have done. You appear to have the best intentions towards our people. For this, we will grant you the request you ask. Excellent.
I'm sure it will do no good, but may I speak with you?
You have been patient, Garilan. You must understand, we are a solitary people. We hold our friends dear to us and protect them as we can. Radagast is such a friend, and here at the behest of our leader to aid us with a terror emerging from a long slumber. He has taken residence in the ruins of Osgoroth, the place we call home. You are welcome to make the journey to the east. The ruin is north of the Great East Road, before the road snakes between the northern and southern swamp. Seek Radagast within the tower. Perhaps there is a way that you can aid him, as he will surely aid you. Excellent. Radagast. Time to speak to Radagast the Brown. Are you excited, Lily? You heard, I know what you're excited about. You heard the words northern and southern swamp.
Hello.
I really like the music in this inn. I'm pretty sure it's the same music from, I can't remember the name of it, but the first little village you encounter, or the first human village anyway, that you encounter in Angmar. Could be wrong though. Alright, Lily. Well, we have our task. We're on our way to Osgoroth to meet with Radagast, but unfortunately, there's no chance we're going to be over there anytime soon because, of course, well, we have these quests along the way. But of greater concern, we have ore to gather. So, yeah, the reality of the tediousness of our quest has set in. But let us hope that there's some of that ore, you know, at our new location we're heading now. I fear the worst. I fear that we're going to run into the next tier when I get to moons, the other moons that we're going to now. And we're going to have to backtrack. But here's hoping. God, look at that. Lily, I just... love Weathertop. You gotta love Weathertop. You can't love Lord of the Rings and not love Weathertop. By the way, I did purchase my virtue slot, or my trait slot. Master of the Elements, plus 10% to all my elemental damage, which is pretty sweet. Oh, excellent. Reputation, that's what I wanted to hear. Seven, what the hell? Title, obviously. Alright, fine. Wait, what am I doing? Did I? Yeah, I missed my turn. Well, you can tell where my mind is. Alright. Looks like the remnants of perhaps a waterfall and a water basin of some sort. A tragic sight for a bog lurker, if so. Well, oh, here we are. All right. Your deeds have been of service to the Aglain. Well, I'm surprised you know that. Your carrier pigeons moves faster than I do.
What is this word coming to?
Goderic sent you on to me. This is good news. My brother sought vengeance, it is true, and I swear to you just, we lost many when the goblins came here. Many are gone and still lost to us. It is good that you are here and willing to aid us.
Stay and hear me out.
When the goblins came into Minas Ariel, there was panic. Many ran towards the savages, and others fled through the valley beneath the ruins, hoping to escape the spears and sharp teeth of the goblins, only to fall prey to the spiders beneath. Those that entered the valley and did not emerge must be burned. It is only fair to save their bodies from the terror that awaits them. If you are willing, I will ask that you burn the corpses of the fallen. You will find the entrance to the valley north and to the west at the front of Minas Ariel, or over the bridge and through the goblins to the west. What a tragic quest.
Stay and hear me out.
Over the years, as we have studied and collected the items left in these ruins, we have earned a living for our people. Many of the goods that will help to purchase much needed items for our folk have been lost in the spider's lair over the years. If you are already entering the valley to assist us with the spiders, then I would ask that you take the time to reclaim these valuable treasures for us. You will likely find them wrapped in thick webbing scattered throughout the valley floor. Cut through the webbing and find the valuable items and return them to me. You know, this is kind of your job, right? Once I clear out the threat, it's your job to go back in there and, make your living, right?
I do not ask much of you.
Long as evil flourished in the dark places of the world, and creatures spawned in those shadows come forth to trouble the Egglane. Spiders, a kind of which we call Vile Fang and Shadow Weaver, make their home in the valley beneath the ruins of Minas Ariel, northwest from this camp. Their staring eyes ensnare all who gaze upon them. Pluck out their eyes, and you remove their power. If you are willing to face them, I would ask that you find the spiders beneath Minas Ariel and take their eyes from them, black as pitch and crimson as blood. Again, I'm going to be pedantic here and insist that if their secret weapon is their eyes, the only reason that I would pull their eyes out of their faces is if I wasn't going to also murder them.
Stay and hear me out.
Garrow lad, if you have time, I would ask for assistance in a matter of great importance. As the goblins tore through our ranks, we salvaged one find and hid it deep within the ruins of Minas Ariel at a place called Osladin. It is a statue retrieved from marshy swampland, and we hope to keep it safe from harm. But a recent visitor to Osguroth made mention that the statue lay at the heart of problems facing us. If you are willing, we need to collect this statue. You will find it in the goblin camps that now lie further east in the ruins of Minas Ariel, across the bridge to the west. I fear the goblins may have already found it, so search any goblins you may slay there. When you have found the statue, return it to me. Okay, the statue of a maiden. I wonder if that's the Red Maid. I mean, if it's related to a visitor, it must be Radagast. Recent visitor to Oscaroth made mention that the statue lay at the heart of problems facing us. Really? Okay. That's actually pretty interesting. Alright, and we have... Are you the deputy? No, you're not. Okay.
Might I speak with you a moment?
The folk at the Forsaken Inn are not the wealthiest sort here, friend. We barely make our lives comfortable, and the goblins overrunning the eastward stretch of road have turned the inn into a lonelier place than ever. If you've time to offer, there's work to be done. Our fortune is about to change, though. I've devised a way to make the road safe. Kill the creature at the top, and the rest will turn aside. I need some help making this work. If you're willing, head north or northeast into the brush and get me some lynx meat. Everyone knows that dog-like things eat cat-like things. Do they? Okay. Get just enough meat to make a meal for a warg or two. What's wrong? Lynx are deadly creatures when angry, and their meat will serve my purposes nicely. Don't you want to end the threat of goblins and wargs? Then get out there and hunt some lynx. No excuses. We'll be killing 2 lynx or wargs with 1 stone. Ha-ha! I like this character.
Might I have a word with you?
I nearly forgot. Anlaf wants me to offer better blankets to our guests from Bree. What did I say before? One of the staples. Anywhere you go in an MMO, somebody needs hides for blankets or coats. Alright, better blankets. Can you believe that? You come from the town, and you get better blankets. I ask you, is that right by any measure? No, it isn't. Erinora has no choice but to see to it. Your first blankets are good enough for those used to the hardier life, but their betters need something better, according to Anlaf. So I figure I can help her while I work to frighten off these goblins. When you are killing lynx in the Nain Enith, North of here and east of Weathertop, tear off their hides. That's brutal. Their fur is soft and well kept. Bring it to me, and I will make these blankets and get them back to Aranora. Alright. I like your priorities, kid. Also, I shouldn't call hobbits kid. That's not only probably inaccurate, but fairly insulting. Ah, there you are.
Woe to me.
Bram sent me help. You sent me here to watch over... Oh, excuse me. He sent me here to watch over this hobbit, old Mugwort, who is proving to be far more difficult to watch than I like. He also wanted me to make certain that his fellow Hunulf was kept safe. Then I received a message from him that he wants all these other problems handled, and, well, thankfully, you are here now. I feel like you're going to pass off your responsibilities on me. Just
Can't
a
you
suspicion.
leave me to my misery?
Goblins swept in from the north and overran the ruins to the south. Then we were pressed into service by the strange orcs in the north. Their leader, a cunning little runt called Nishruk, hides in the ruins west of this encampment, in the darkest reaches of Minas Ariel. Bram sent me here to see that the leader was destroyed and that these fine folk were watched over properly. Now I know that the encampment is deep beyond the ruins to the west, in an area that looks truly infested by goblins. Go to that section of the ruins of Minas Ariel and kill Nishruk. I'll have a reward for you when the deed is done. I am shocked that he initially sent you on this quest. I mean, this just seems so obviously out of your league. Alright. So back into Minas Ariel we go. Not 100% sure. I'm not intimately familiar with the geography of this particular location. So we may run around lost a little bit. You will die by lightning. Now, apparently you'll resist it. This place is definitely fairly maze-like. But nothing Lily and I cannot handle. Let's see, our greatest find. Wow, yeah, I guess this is gonna... This statue of a maiden is, I guess, got a chance to drop off of any goblin. Am I hitting the wrong key there? There we go. And there she blows. Excellent. Uh-oh. Come on, Lily. He was particularly annoying. I Now we need to go down there to the spiders. Let's see. Spiders, corpses, lynx. Just this guy is the only other goblin we need, is this sort of boss character. The goblin leader. Yeah. And then we can go down into the valley. I see a green glowing light. That's got to be him. Oh my. Became awfully Angmarish out here. This has got to be where he is, right? I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? Really? Are we not in the right spot? Oh, aha. Let's take a look at this. What do we got here? That's pretty brutal. Look at that. Awfully troubling to a mind of a sensitive elf like myself. Can we? Oh, okay. I guess we can go this way. That probably was the foolish thing to do.
Yeah.
Is that him? There we go. White hand. Okay, you're a white hand enemy. Sharky's folk. Felt like he was a bit easier than a good deal of his followers. Really? Can't take a shortcut. You know what? Go for it. You're on your own, Lily. I have faith in you. If nothing else, I have faith in your ability to respawn. This was an error. I'm taking on this enemy by myself, and I shouldn't. Oh, now you show up. Great, thank you. Just, I can always count on you, Lily. We're making the leap of faith here. Or a slight step off the edge of faith, anyway. These are the same bodies I encountered earlier when I was sort of hypothesizing about how they got here. This weird Angmarim sky. This is the coolest thing. You can never really see it, but the clouds sort of create a eye of the storm feel above your head. That's frustrating. Okay. It's interesting how my own fire won't burn me, my AoE. I guess that's par for the course of this sort of combat experience, but still, I wonder how it works. Just from a logistical perspective. The fact that so many of the corpses are in this part of the valley shows me that a lot of these people died right at the edge of freedom. Could have been an ambush of some sort. I guess you're just gonna get lucky. You just stay in there. It's fine. Yeah. The spider is glitched out in the spider web. Oh, there he is. I guess spider webs are a more solid barrier than I expected. Jeez. Yeah, we got a couple glitch spiders here. Which means I may have to despawn Lily. She seems a little just devoted to the situation. Excellent. Are there any more? So what am I looking at? 3 more of the treasures, 2 more of the corpses. Ugh, that's frustrating. Doesn't look like this is the right way. Yeah, this looks like the initial warning signs of spiders. So, territory begins here. Let's see what we can find. Because we are definitely missing something. Great. Ignore those, Lily. They're not going to hurt you. Aha. Ah, I see one in the distance. Do I have... Alright, let's hold on one second here. Do I have a root break here? It is really embarrassing how little I know about my skills. I just find so many of them to be minor debuffing skills. Here we are. Obviously. And I have it set to a... Great. Okay. I am woefully underutilizing my skills right now. Alright, corpses are properly burned. We need 3 more treasures. This constant shifting between oh, perfect. Between the normal sort of atmospheric environment and this Angmarish version is psychologically exhausting. You think that as a lore master I could probably teach these Eglain a thing or two about their treasures that they're collecting. Bet you I know a little bit more about them than they do. I've never actually used the stealth before. Oh, jeez. That's a slog, isn't it? Yeah, no thanks. And just in case it's not obvious, I have no clue how to get back out of this place. I'm going to try to just run through these mobs and hope against hope that there's an exit. Because if there's a dead end, I am screwed. Lily seems to be making quick work of them. Excellent work. How do I get out of here? This isn't a quest, right? I mean, ah! Note to self, come up with a less sloppy escape plan next time. You know what I just thought of? Wouldn't it be cool to have as a a super special deed of some sort? Maybe like a meta deed of some kind. That as a reward allowed you to drastically decrease the falling damage debuff where you were slowed down. You know, a class independent deed. I think that would be pretty cool. Maybe like an explorer meta deed. Yeah. Court of End. Did you hear me? Can you run that by somebody? Right, so we went out a completely different way than we came in, but that's fine. And there's a reason that that is fine, and that is that we might find some more ore on the way. And I, of course, am now using the royal we, since Lily is, I just realized, been defeated in battle at some point during our escape. I'm sorry, my friend, for leaving you behind. But see, you're over it. Yeah, see, look, I was right. These are dried out water basins. This one's just a little less dried out. This is just... Our ore situation is getting pretty serious, to be honest. I mean, I have my track mine skill on, and I am not seeing anything pop up on my map. Here's one. I love the concept of barrow iron. You know, a sort of metal that's sort of particularly is particular to the Barrow Downs. But if you're gonna do that, doesn't it kind of defeat the purpose if they're all over the area? There's nothing barrow related to this place. The Troll Shawls, Forsaken Inn, Breland. So my question is, if this is indeed or was at one point, an area where water flowed, why are there stairs leading directly into it? I mean, was this landscape just drastically different, you know, centuries ago? Or was this not, in fact, a river at all? I don't know. My name is Gerlad, and I think out loud.
Tell me what you need or move along.
The loss will not be forgotten. The goblins have wrought much pain upon my people, but not as much as others. The spiders in these lands are filled with true malice and an intelligence unseen. Your efforts give my mind some measure of ease. Thank you. You're quite welcome.
What is this world coming to?
These treasures do not appear to be more than old tarnished coins, but they are valuable to my many collectors. Customers from Bree will often purchase them from us by bartering food or other goods for these coins. Any soul diligent enough to search through these ruins will sooner or later stumble upon many of these coins. The half-orcs in the north scour the ruins even now in such an effort.
This is intolerable.
You see the bounty of this statue now? I have not seen such beauty among man or elf. Eric, another of our number, claims that she is a maiden separated from her sisters. Huh. I do not know if the tales woven by our stone speaker are true, but I know that this statue shows a female of beauty unseen in the world. I thank you for making this recovery. What does a statue have to look like for you to realize that it represents a beauty unseen? Because a stone statue is never that good of a representation. It's pretty good. Seven fate and critical rating. That's probably a step up from the purple. Ooh. Nothing very good. Oh wow. Holy smokes.
Tell me what you need or move along.
You have proven a great friend of my people, Garlad. I will keep these for now. My brother and I were sent to the west in search of assistance. The Eglain are in grave danger and need more assistance than our kin can provide. Already there is one who visits us, following black riders out of the west, but even he has been given pause upon seeing the red waters of the swamp near our home. We face a danger greater than the orcs, goblins, and evil dwarves together. I will leave the rest for my elders to explain. You have earned this reward, my friend. Yeah, it's time to move on from that. Let's do it. Well, I mean, the price I pay for not coordinating the boots with the outfit already. Jeez.
Stay and hear me out.
Many lost their lives when the half-orcs raided Nerost. Alright, new area, I guess. Since then, we have struggled greatly. Most recently, as you likely know, we lost the ruin to goblins forced through the mountains in the north. Alright, where are we going exactly? Yet the half-orcs came first, and they slaughtered our people, stole our livelihood, and began despoiling the ruin. We do not know why, but we know that they have collected many relics within the ruins, and have packed them for delivery to the south. If you are willing, I would ask you to enter Nerost and seek the hirelings who guard the relics and slay them. Bring back any of the relics you find.
I'll not be ignored.
A year ago, we lost a rich ruin to men from the south. At least we thought they were men. They bore the manner, height, and look of men, but were nearly as savage as the orc folk we learned that they were descended from. Okay, so I'm reading these in the wrong order. I was wondering why there was not as much exposition as normal. Neros, north of here, in the eastern shadow of the great hill of Weathertop, fell to the half-breeds, and our trade was lost with it. If we could recover some of these goods, we might restore trade with the west and some more hope for the Eglain. Will you help us sift through the ruins for our goods?
I do not ask much of you.
Your efforts on behalf of the Eglain are noble, my friend, but I deem our peril is greater than first we thought. These half-breeds bear a standard with the mark of the White Hand. Ordinary brigands and ruffians do not bear such charges. The mark of the White Hand tells me they serve a greater master. Whatever their purpose, such creatures cannot be allowed to take a foothold in the north. They do not belong here. If you can enter Nerost and slay Hontimurs, their leader, and his guards, perhaps the rest will flee. Hontimurs became known to us when he sent us gifts of the dead with his crudely scrawled threats. Ooh. Jeez. I don't want to think about what that is. I think that you are here to avenge that disservice and restore more faith to the Eglain.
I'll not be ignored.
My friend, as that is what I think of you, well, good. I mean, I think technically I'm a friend of the Eglain at this point, so good. In the east, wait, there is something that I wish to share. In the east, there is a ruin which dwarves have long pilfered. We stayed far away from them, as they have oft been filled with ire and anger towards the Eglain. Not long ago, a contingent of dwarf kind stopped in Osgoroth for the briefest of time. Some, enthralled by tales of the dwarves and the ruins, asked to remain in these lands to investigate. Since this time, they have found an underground ruin where they say they are closing in on secrets about their cousins living there. If you are interested in aiding them, you will find them at a place just north of the ruins to the east within a cave mouth, cut into a tall mound. Alright, dwarves, good. I love dwarves and dwarf quests. I still gotta deal with your links issue, don't I? Ugh.
Woe to me.
Heroes from unlikely places. You've done very well, Garelad. Were I braver, I would have waded into those goblins on my own. While we may have dealt a blow against the goblins here in the west, it is unlikely that the tribe will scatter to the wind. They are well organized for goblins. Oh, that was appropriate. Almost as if there is a purpose to their actions. Something tells me that the Lone Lands is in for bad times. Well, worse than usual. We'll survive, we always do, and thanks to you, we may be able to handle the goblins near our inn. I promised you a gift. This was mine when I was still young enough to use it. I pass it now to you. May it treat you as well as it did me. Well, I will say that giving me a cloak that you've had since you were young, it's pretty, I mean, the thought counts, but, ugh. Alright. We got an idea of where the... Alright, we're gonna go and see what the ore situation is in the area populated by lynx. Lynxes? Or lynx. I don't know the proper plural. Yeah, these boots have got to go. That is not gonna work. Unfortunately, it's the reality we live with at the moment. Oh, good. Links. Wonder how many... Are links common out here? Am I going to end up running around constantly? So far, it looks pretty good. Oh, wow, yeah. Alright, so we're now in half-orc territory, and we still have barrow iron. That's a good sign. Alright, let's... I can't remember, for the life of me, if half-orcs are actually mentioned in the books. If they were, it must have been just sort of in passing. Yeah, my fears of the regarding the lynx population were definitely unfounded. It's a veritable lynx nest out here. Oh jeez, really? Oh yeah, at that point. Wait, hold on. What? You have one out of a maximum of 50 items or stacks waiting to be accepted. Well, yeah, just put it in there. Come on. It's obvious. Have I mentioned how much I hate birds? Alright. Bountiful iron deposit. Oh, please be barrel iron. Otherwise, we're going to be reevaluating our entire course here. Look at this. Okay, this is it. This is our point of no return here, as far as ore is concerned. We are going to have to go back. We are not yet ready to move on to the next tier of mining. I'm just still pretty surprised at how little ore is out here. I do have an addiction to screenshots, if that's not obvious by now. Ah. At least with this Link's quest, we're enjoying the realistic ratio of 1 to 1 on, hides and meat. It's always troubling when you have to collect a certain amount of feet from an animal or whatever, and you got some hides from it, but you didn't get any feet. It's like, really, there's 4 feet. I couldn't get one of them. I mean, you got to be hitting that creature pretty hard to have 4 unusable feet. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the inn. We're going to sell some stuff because I have a lot of overflow here. Well, not a lot, but some. And it looks like we're going to have to, next time, we're going to be doing some mining. We might actually go back to Breland for a little bit because there's some areas in the north of Breland that I kind of want to poke around and explore. So I'll probably do that. Maybe even go back to Bree to do some housekeeping. And maybe do our actual crafting there. I think that sounds like a plan. There are several things I want to get done in Bree. And then we'll be able to come back, we'll get our Links quest done, and then hopefully we'll be well on our way to the next location. By that I mean the next major quest hub and, just progress in general.
What do you need?
What do you need? Alright. I don't need that, that's for sure. And like I said, I will be fixing this gold cap problem.
Greetings.
Oh, I didn't even notice this. Wow. Still doing that in the wrong order. What do we got here? Quest item. At first glance, this looks like a piece of worthless jewelry, but upon further inspection, you discovered an inscription engraved on the back of the pendant. I will ever and always love you, D. Beneath this inscription is carved a symbol of the Aglain. Perhaps someone of the Aglain can assist you with finding the owner of this necklace. I'm sure they can. Pretty good. Where are we on all this? Let's see. Oh good, that's one of my equipped virtues. I need to fix this.
What do you need?
Okay, ooh, snake. No step on snake. No step on snake, right? I can't, really? You can't, oh, I'm an elf. Elves can't kill random animals. No doubt frustrating feature for newcomers, but I mean, come on. You gotta love if they put that in the game. Okay, that's gonna be it for tonight. Our priority next time will be gathering ore, and the boots are probably gonna be somewhat of a priority too, because that's just not acceptable. But my thoughts exactly, Lily. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and I will see you next time.